I'm Stephen Lewis, and on this fine October 14th, 2021, here's a quick look at what everyone's talking about today. If you gotta go forward, you gotta look to the past, and since it is considered by many to be a throwback Thursday, allow me to remind you that it was 27 years ago today in 1994 that Quentin Tarantino's classic Pulp Fiction was released. It put John Travolta back on the map, made Samuel L. Jackson a household name, and gave us a bunch of great one-liners that are no longer appropriate in today's society. Nonetheless, great movie. If you've never seen Pulp Fiction, that is one that you should definitely check out. On to where few have gone before, and now you can count William Shatner among them. Of course, Shatner famous for playing Captain Kirk on Star Trek. Never really got into the character, never really went into space until he met one Jeff Bezos from Amazon, got a ride on the rocket, touched the edge of space, and cried when it was all said and done. Told Jeff Bezos, "What you've given me is the most profound experience I can imagine," and he hopes he never loses it. He was among the few that got to go up in that rocket and touch the edge of space, and Shatner says it's something that everyone should do. Halloween just a couple of weeks away, so what is the best Halloween candy according to kids? Even though at the end of the day, it's parents that are going to take some of the candy from the kids. Your top 10: Twix, peanut M&Ms, which in my opinion should rank far higher, Reese's Pieces, Hershey's Kisses, Gummy Bears, Kit Kats, Hershey Bars, Milky Ways, M&M's at number 2. I feel like peanut M&Ms and M&M's should switch places, but what the hell do I know? Number 1, again, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Doesn't matter if they're the original or the pumpkin-shaped, that is what we like the best, and it's hard to argue with that one. We all use social media. In fact, if you're watching this, you're probably using it right now. And Australia did a pretty interesting study, and off the heels of the big Facebook scandal where algorithms that they use are not really good for people, Australia has found 46 distinct ways social media is actually bad for us. Everything from affecting our mental health to security issues and how it makes us far less productive at work if you are working. They broke their findings into 6 categories. Low performance, it tends to distract us. Cyberbullying, which is pretty obvious what that is. Security threats, most of the time if you go to social media sites, you got to be careful. That's where a lot of hacking and whatnot comes place. Privacy concerns, because let's be honest, we all know that one person that's on all of our social media feeds that shares far too much information about just about everything. And of course, annoying content. Not everyone's content is everyone's cup of tea. And finally, the cost of social exchange. It gives us psychological harm. Makes us jealous when other people have things that we don't have. Not saying social media is bad. I do firmly believe that it will eventually be the downfall of our society. But hey, for those who use it to be encouraged and stay connected, good on you. TikTok, it's not just for music, it's also causing trends. Some of them good, some of them, I don't even know why you would go there. One is called scalp popping. No, has nothing to do with acne. Basically, you gotta have some long hair to do it, but someone takes a chunk of your hair, twists it around their finger, and yanks. Now, the point is not to rip your hair out, it's to separate the scalp from your skull, and when you do so, it makes quite the popping noise. Yeah. If you're doing that, you have far too much time on your hands, and you should probably, well, stop. If you're a Beatles fan, there's a new documentary coming to Disney Plus called Get Back. You can check out the trailer online, and of course, if you have Disney Plus, you might have already seen the little featurette they did. Hot take? Not a fan of the Beatles. I appreciate what their contribution was to music, but they've never been my cup of tea. Sorry, Beatles fans, not meant to offend. And finally, you might know the name James Gunn. He's the guy responsible for Guardians of the Galaxy, a couple of successful movies for Marvel. He also did a better version of the Suicide Squad that nobody watched, and there was a rumor going around for a time that he wanted to remake Gilligan's Island. Yeah, the classic Gilligan's Island. However, it was going to be a little different. On his take, the castaways got a bit desperate and started killing and eating each other. Not quite the same as the Gilligan's Island a lot of your parents and grandparents might remember. Sherwood Schwartz is the guy who created Gilligan's Island. He's been dead for a while, but his estate got wind of what they were trying to do and put the kibosh on that pretty quickly. Probably a very smart play. However, if you're someone who believes you should trust science, Gilligan's Island is not the show for you, because they all look to the professor for guidance. The dude could make walkie-talkies and radios out of coconut, but couldn't build him a damn boat to get him off the island. Not exactly a shining moment for science on that show. If you've got a birthday today, you share it with Ben Whishaw. He's 41. He's Q in the new James Bond movies. Stacy Keibler, who you might remember from the WWE and Dancing with the Stars, is 42. Usher. These are his confessions. He's 43 years old today. Natalie Maines of Dixie Chicks, 47. Shaggy 2 Dope of the Insane Clown Posse is also 47. Lori Petty of A League of Their Own and one of the greatest 90s movies ever, Point Break, is 58 today. Thomas Dolby blinded you with science. He is 63. And fashion designer Ralph Lauren is 82. If you've got a birthday, happy birthday. I have been Stephen Lewis. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching.